This is Voice of Korea.
This is Voice of Korea.
This is Voice of Korea.
This is Voice of Korea. Dear listeners, now we start English language service of Voice of Korea from Pyongyang, the capital of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. Here is a Mixed Colors, Song of General Kim Il-sung. Please enjoy your meal, chorus. Song of General Kim Jong-il.
You're listening to VOK, Voice of Korea News Now.
The respected Supreme Leader Kim Jong-un sent a wreath to the bier of late Ram Myung-hee, hero of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea and war veteran, on October the 31st, expressing deep condolences over her death. The wreath was laid at the bier of the deceased.
The respected Supreme Leader Kim Jong-un received a letter from the inhabitants who moved into new houses in Haksa-dae, Riwon County of South Hamgyong Province on October 27th. The letter said, "Nobody imagined that they would be left homeless because of unexpected tidal waves in early September. It was your warm love that removed our pains. We greeted the 75th founding anniversary of the Workers' Party of Korea, looking at the new houses nearing completion in pleasure and happiness. Listening to your speech, we could not repress our tears. In the speech, you expressed thanks time and again, as you were so pleased to see the people healthy, free from disease, though you failed to have a comfortable rest, looking after the large family of the whole country. Nowhere in the world can be found such a father as you, who expressed thanks to the people living under your love. Thanks to your love, we could move into new houses here in Haksa-dae. We are farmers, fishermen, and dependents who have not done a great job for the country and people. But you had such wonderful new houses built for us by spending the valuable property of the country. Enjoying true great happiness, all people young and old in this village shed tears. Socialist fairyland village has been built in Haksa-dae, which boasted of the seascape alone in the past. Louder in this village is the fra for the Workers' Party, the fra for socialism. We cannot live even a moment without you. We wish you only good health, awake or asleep, the letter added. Mosaic murals of the great leaders Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il were set up at different units in Ryanggang province. The mosaic mural Bumper Harvest was erected at the Sangdae Cooperative Farm in Kim Jong-suk County. It represents the ardent longing and admiration of the officials and workers of the farm for Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il, who made painstaking efforts in order to make the people better off. The mosaic mural on Mount Baekdu depicting the great leaders was built at the Unhung Hop Farm and the Rotan Youth Forestry Station of Forestry Complex number 121. Kim De-kun, Premier of the Cabinet of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, sent a message of sympathy to the Vietnamese Prime Minister Nguyen Xuan Phuc on October 29th. As regards a lot of human and material damages caused by typhoon and flood in the central region of Vietnam. The message expressed the belief that the Vietnamese government and people would heal up the aftermath of the natural disasters as early as possible and stabilize the life of the people under the leadership of the Communist Party of Vietnam. Unit 2 of the Kumyagang Power Station has been wonderfully built into a model of the minor hydro power stations in the DPRK. Its inaugural ceremony was held on the spot on October 30th. Present there were Lee Jong-nam, chairman of the South Hamgyong Provincial Committee of the Workers' Party of Korea, officials concerned, officials and working people in Kumya County, and the employees of the power station. Lee Jong-nam conveyed a congratulatory message of the Central Committee of the Workers' Party of Korea to the officials, working people and supporters of Kumya County who contributed to the construction of the power station. The message said the party Central Committee had taken measures to complete Unit 2 of the Kumyagang Power Station into the standard and model of the efficient and profitable minor hydro power stations. It highly praised the officials, working people and supporters of Kumya County for having built Unit 2 of the Kumyagang Power Station wonderfully and thus performed labor feats for significantly decorating the 75th founding anniversary of the Workers' Party of Korea. An inaugural address was made by Lee Ho-bom, chairman of the Kumya County Party Committee, which was followed by speeches. At the end of the ceremony, the participants looked round the power station. The Pyongyang trolley bus factory produced tens of new type trolley buses in a short period and sent them to the trolley bus stations in the city. The new type trolley buses, after successful trial run, started their services, providing convenience to the people who turned out in the 80-day campaign. Over 180 locomotive work teams and 460 engine drivers in the railway transport sector have attained their goals of the 5-year strategy. More than 70 locomotive work teams and 170 engine drivers under the Pyongyang Railway Bureau and over 20 locomotive work teams and many engine drivers under the Hamhung Railway Bureau have attained their goals of the 5-year strategy. Many engine drivers of the Kaechon, Cheongjin and Rasan Railway Bureaus also attained their goals of the 5-year strategy. The number of those who attain their goals is increasing day by day. Roast chestnut and roast sweet potato stalls along streets of Pyongyang draw many customers. The sellers are strictly observing the anti-epidemic rules during their service. The service units sort out chestnuts and sweet potatoes and ensure the appropriate temperature and humidity of the storehouses with responsibility so that the people can take fresh chestnuts and sweet potatoes. The stalls are crowded with citizens, adding beauty to autumn scenery of Pyongyang. DPRK Foreign Minister Lee Sun-kwon sent a message of sympathy to Pham Binh Minh, Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister of Vietnam, on October 29th, as regards a lot of damages caused by typhoon and flood in the central region of Vietnam. The message expressed deep sympathy and consolation to the people in the afflicted area and hoped that the Vietnamese people would eradicate the after effects of natural disasters as soon as possible under the leadership of the Communist Party of Vietnam.
And that's the end of the news, read by Choi Jong-nam and Kim Hyun-ok. This is Voice of Korea.
Now here is the song, How Long We Have Wished to See You. Looking up to him, intimate and passionate, we are encouraged to move even a mountain. We wanted to see you, Comrade Kim Jong-un. We wanted to see our kind-hearted father. We wanted to see you.
기다린 마음 그리웠던 분에 안겨 행복의 눈물 줍니다 뵙고 싶었습니다 우리 김정은 동지 뵙고 싶었습니다 다 잃은 우리 어머니 뵙고 싶었습니다 준하고 율동 동지 그 모습을 어릴 때며 당이라도 들어온 게 대신이 없었습니다 뵙고 싶었습니다 우리 김정은 동지 뵙고 싶었습니다 다 잃은 우리 어머니 잠시라도 기쁘시게 사랑을 아뢰고 싶어 쌓인 피로 잊으시게 머리 좀 펼치고 싶어 뵙고 싶었습니다 우리 김정은 동지 뵙고 싶었습니다 이런 우리 어머니 뵙고 싶었습니다 바다 햇빛에도 끝까지 따라서 가리 이길 멀리 뚫고 가도 한 마음 진동 나가리 뵙고 싶었습니다 우리 김정은 동지 뵙고 싶었습니다 다 잃은 우리 어머니 뵙고 싶었습니다 뵙고 싶었습니다 뵙고 싶었습니다
Now here's an instrumental music, The Blue Sky Over My Country. please enjoy a female cars. Glory to the Workers' Party of Korea. Now here's light music for violin. Prosper the year of the Workers' Party. Please listen to a female chorus. Fly high, our party flag.
백두에 날리던 붉은 기폭에 마치와 낮거분 걸어 새겼다. 인민의 운명을 간직한 깃발 혁명의 폭풍을 헤쳐왔소라. 높이 날려라. 우리의 당기 수만 심장 하나같이 뭉쳐나간다. 향동의 인기발 날린 이 세상 원동을 용이 없어라. 불구름 맺히고 라원 세우며 인민들 세계에 용되었네. 높이 날려라. 우리의 당기 백성백성 해와 별 빛나는 맑은 하늘이 이 깃발 세대를 이어날린다. 목숨은 버려도 우리 영혼이 주체의 당기를 놓지 않으리. 높이 날려라. 우리의 당기 사백수의 용마루에 깊이 빛나라. 높이 날려라. 우리의 당기 사백수의 용마루에
Great victory in Hansan. A big engagement between the naval forces of Korea and the Japanese invaders was fought on the sea of the Hansan Islands during the Indian Patriotic War. At that time, the Korean fleet under the command of Admiral Lee Sun-sin gave a telling blow to the Japanese fleet and thus completely held the command of the South Sea of Korea.
Here is researcher Chun Kyung-il at the History Institute and the Academy of Social Sciences.
한산도 해전은 1592년 7월 8일 한산도 앞바다에서 외적의 함대를 경멸시킨
The Han-sando naval engagement is a sea battle that destroyed the Japanese fleet on the sea of the Hansan Island on July the 8th, 1592. Under the command of the patriotic Admiral Ri Sun-sin, the Korean fleet with the turtle ship in the van sank 59 of the 73 enemy warships and killed and wounded thousands of the enemy troops, completely baffling the enemy's plan for joint advance of the land and sea forces. Korean people called the victory in the engagement on the sea of the Hansan Island a great victory of Hansan. The Japanese invaders formed another 3 fleets in late June 1592 to attack the Korean fleet. Coping with the large-scale invasion of the enemy fleet, Admiral Ri Sun-sin formed a combined fleet and ordered it to go out to sea on July the 6th. Determined to take out and smash the enemy fleet on the sea of the Hansan Island, he hid the main force of the Korean fleet on the northern shore of the island. And he formed a vanguard of 5 to 6 warships to allure the enemy. The vanguard slipped away from the narrows of Gyeongnae-ryang and allured the enemy fleet to the sea of the Hansan Island. When almost all the enemy warships entered the sea, Admiral Ri Sun-sin gave an order of general attack to his entire fleet. The Korean fleet with the turtle ship in the van sailed out all at once to completely encircle the enemy fleet from the front and both flanks and burnt tens of the enemy warships with strong gunfire. The victory in the Han-sando naval engagement, a good example of tactics of allurement and encirclement, wrote a brilliant page in the world history of naval engagements in the Middle Ages.
You've been listening to an account under the title Great Victory in Hansan. This is Voice of Korea. Here is orchestral music, Don't Advance, Night of Pyongyang, performed by the National Symphony Orchestra. Now here's a female solo in Pangchang, I Love Pyongyang.
Dear listeners, with this we conclude the English language service of Voice of Korea from the Democratic People's Republic of Korea.